What's up, Charleston Southern fans, and welcome back to Quick Hits. I'm Anna Witte, and today we are joined by a member of the volleyball team, as well as the vice president of SAAC. Rachel Feggeler is a sophomore at Charleston Southern, and even though she's had only one full year on campus, she's found herself in a huge leadership position. So, Rachel, welcome to the show, and how are you doing? How was the first week of school?
I'm doing good. It was kind of crazy with all the COVID stuff happening, but overall it was a pretty good week.
So how are school and classes, how's that all looking for you right now?
Everyone has the option to be completely online, but some classes are still offered in person. So I personally only have one in person, but I've been doing it online for a few days now.
So let's just talk about your role in SAAC and what that kind of looks like for you right now. I'm sure a lot of the meetings have been on Zoom. Is this your first year as the vice president? I assume so, since you were a freshman last year.
Yeah, it is. So this is my first full year on SAAC, and last year I just went to like a few meetings. I was obviously involved late because we had the older girls who were already there the whole year, and then they just kind of got me involved about halfway through the year. But as vice president, I basically just help Tiffany with whatever she needs. Like, I attend the meetings she attends, and we run all the meetings that we give to the rest of the SAAC members, and I just help her with whatever she needs.
So why is vice president of SAAC a role that you desired to be in?
I just really wanted to be more involved in SAAC. I felt like last year everyone was just kind of laying low and not really speaking up about a lot, so I wanted to just get involved, and I just put myself in that role somehow.
Yeah, no, that's great. And speaking of that, what are some things that you would like to see change with SAAC or improve for all the student athletes?
So one thing we did at the end of last year and over this summer more was we went around and asked all the sports. We were like, what would you guys want from us? Like, is there anything that you notice the athletic department could do better or SAAC could do better and help with? And everyone said that they wanted to meet the other sports more. Like, they just didn't know the other sports as well. So I think we're going to try, and once COVID is done or there's a way to do that, then I think we're going to try and get all the athletes together and hopefully learn each other more and be more of a family than we already are.
What's it kind of like working with people from different teams in this SAAC role, in this position with the committee?
Yeah, I love it personally because it helps me branch out. I feel like I'm already a person who would branch out into other sports and talk to everyone, but I just really think it's cool because we're all there for like one purpose. Like, we want to make the school better, so we're all just driven in that one direction. It's not just us talking about normal stuff. It's like we want something for the school.
Right, and to better the athletic department. I kind of talked to Tiffany about that and how SAAC is almost like a players association for all of you guys.
Yeah.
And you get to collaborate well with Lisa Gilmore and Jeff Barber, which I'm sure you guys are looking to do more this year. But I talked to Tiffany a little bit about what SAAC was, but I'd love to hear from you. What does a normal meeting like SAAC kind of entail?
Basically we'll go through and we'll talk about like the volunteer things we're going to do and the fundraisers we do. So we do like a dodgeball tournament and then Operation Christmas Child, and we'll just talk about that kind of stuff. We'll go over like the new NCAA or Big South rules, and we'll just like try to come up with ideas on what we can do, or if anyone has had an issue with like a coach or a rule that the NCAA has that they like want to voice, then we can talk about that and bring it to Lisa Gilmore, and then hopefully something will change or get better for the situation.
How many student athletes do you guys have normally coming to your meetings?
Last year we had probably like 20, but this year we've been having more because it's online and just easier for everyone, I guess.
Right. Definitely. And like you said, it's a little more difficult maybe to be the vice president. Like, this year arguably could be the most important year for you to be in this position. So how are you looking to serve this committee and bring some different positivity while we're going through a postponed fall season and kind of like the unknown looking ahead?
Yeah, we definitely are going into an unknown, but I think we're doing a good job of just like, I don't want to say calming everyone down, but just like making sure that they're not worried, because we know that like the NCAA will handle it and they have like our best interest in health at, like, they're watching out for that. So I think a big part of this year is just like making sure that we can tell everyone to just like be safe and do what they're being told, so and we can hopefully have a spring season. I mean, that's what everyone wants. We just want a spring season.
Right. No, I'm sure. And you've already been postponed. Your classes look different. You're online, but you're also in person. It's just not the school year I'm sure anybody really anticipated a few months ago. But how are you managing expectations for yourself, for the committee, and also for your team?
I think just going through it, making sure that you're able to take like whatever comes next. Like, we really just don't know what's going to come next. So I think an important part of managing it all is just really going with the flow and just taking whatever's given and just like going with it and supporting it, and not being like, oh, this is how it should have been. Like, just going with it, because I mean, you can't do anything about it. So I think it's important to just keep going and encourage others, just go through it. It will get back to normal sometime.
Right. So how has your coach McFatridge kind of helped you and the team with your mentality, and now that you guys aren't practicing right now, stay in shape for whenever the season starts back up?
Yeah, so that's a big thing with Coach Fatch. He's always, we're going to take what we get, and whenever we get, we're going to go. Like, if we get 4 hours in the gym, we're going to make those like the hardest 4 hours of our lives, and just going with it, having fun, just like pushing through all that. Because like, in the end of the day, we just want to play volleyball. Like, it's what we love to do. So why focus on like the tiny things? Like, oh, I wanted 8 hours in the gym. Like, you get 4, just like make those hours the best you can. Mm-hmm. And that's a big thing that he's always said. Just when you're here, and just go with that. Have fun.
Well, since you guys aren't really able to be in the gym right now, what are kind of like meetings? Take us into what it's like to be on this team right now. Are you guys having meetings on Zoom? What's that like for you guys?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he calls every one of us 2 times a day, or texts us, and our assistant coach texts us every day to see how we're doing. And we have had a few Zoom meetings, and it's just us like either watching film or checking up with each other and just talking about what's next and what the school's talking about, just more of a mediator for all of it. But he definitely does a good job of checking in, make sure if we need anything, or see what we're doing, if we can work out. And just if we need any workouts, he has thousands of Instagram videos that he'll send us.
That's so nice. That's great. So for your sophomore year, what are kind of your personal goals, both athletically and academically, having to adjust to all of these things that are happening right now?
Yeah. Academically, I'm working on just more, like, not time management, but just being better at getting things done early. Because last year I was a big procrastinator, and it really just kicked me in the butt, and I don't want to deal with that again. So that's my goal academically. And then athletically, we lost a few big hitters on the team and a few good passers. So I think I really want to step into the role of being a big leader on the team, not even just mentality wise, but like showing it on the court. Like, I haven't passed a lot in my life, so I definitely want to get better at those things, and just the tiny things that make the big picture.
And you're a sophomore on the team, and there's only one junior, no seniors. So in some ways, you're kind of an upperclassman as well. And with your role with SAAC, you're definitely a leader. How has that role changed for you? I know the season hasn't started. I'm sure you haven't really met the freshmen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have you met the freshmen coming in?
Oh, yeah. We're so close to the freshmen already, because they came in the summer. So we
Okay.
were able to have a whole summer with them.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
we're already really close. Yeah.
Good. How has that adjustment been into more of a leadership role in this team?
Um, it was different. Last year I was not a big leader. I did not like just my mentality. I've never been a big like leader, I want people to look up to me. Like I've never really done any of that.
Mhm.
But I guess something flipped and I was like, I just feel like I have a good way of doing things when it comes to leading. Like I like it and I like to think I'm not bad at it, but I think it was definitely different having to teach the freshmen like the ways of the team and the mentality, just getting them in the mentality of the team.
Well, we talked a little bit about COVID and how it's kind of affected, but on the flip side of things, what are you excited about this season, regardless of what happens in the future?
Yeah, I'm really excited about the team in general. I think the skill that when we could practice, the skill that I've seen, we have so much potential, and I'm so excited for us to be able to play like the big teams. Like I know Fatch is wanting us to play like Duke and like really big teams, and I'm just so excited to play them. Like a big thing on our team is we don't care who's on the other side of the net. And this year, I'm so excited for us to play them.
Do you feel like this is a team that can come together really well and win as a whole, not just one-on-one, basically?
Yeah, our personalities really get along well, and I think it's gonna be so good for us. We can really just go after it and make it work and push through everything.
So let's learn a little bit about you and what led you to Charleston Southern. How did you end up being on the volleyball team here?
So I just really wanted to play. My dream goal was to play at a D1, but I didn't want to go to a big school. I'm not good at learning at a big school like that. So when I found Charleston Southern and it was at the beach, it was just perfect. And I love the coaching staff. I love the mentality of the team and how they all just seem to come together. It was really cool to see. It was a lot different than other teams.
So what are you studying at Charleston Southern? What are you hoping to be once you graduate?
I'm a business management major, and I'm hoping to own my own restaurant when I graduate. That's been my goal since I was a kid.
Are you a chef or a cook?
Yeah, actually, I really love to cook.
Oh my, what are some of your favorite things to cook?
Oh gosh, I love baking. Like I love making cakes, and I definitely like baking more than cooking, but I make really good like fettuccine alfredo sauce, just like from scratch, and like the pasta from scratch. Like I just love cooking.
It looks like you're in a dorm room. Do you have a kitchen where you are right now?
No, not right now. I actually got moved to the quads because of being with COVID. So I'm in the quads right now. But in my normal one, I don't. But one of my teammates has an apartment, so I go there to cook a lot.
That's so great. That's so cool. So what kind of restaurant do you want to open? A bakery or just like a restaurant or
I've been thinking something like family recipes, like take all the family recipes that like I've been making since I was a kid and just going with it.
that's so cool. And I kind of like leads me into my next question that I had prepared for you, which is like, what are some of your favorite places to eat around campus? I feel like you're the best person to ask this question.
Around campus?
Yeah, or like not just
Or
on campus, but just like
oh,
around Charleston Southern.
um, I definitely love East Bay. I love East. We go there all the time. Like it's crazy how much we go there. Fatch will text us and be like, "Hey, you want to go to East Bay?" We're like, "Okay, sure." We just always meet up there, and he like takes all the recruits there. Like, that's our team restaurant.
Is it a pregame meal kind of deal? Is that where you guys go?
Um, yeah, yeah, we'll get it. Like, it'll be in the locker room sometimes, waiting for us, and like when we're hungry. Oh, we go to Dunkin' a lot. Our team is a Dunkin' fanatic. Like before games, it'll be anyone who lives off campus is just coming in with like handfuls of Dunkin' for the
Before
team.
you play?
Oh yeah, before we play.
Oh my gosh. How many
It's like
donuts
a
do you like
ritual.
consume? before you play?
Oh, it's not, it's like one donut maybe. Like if we're feeling special, we'll get a donut, but it's a lot of coffee. Our team
Okay.
definitely has a coffee addiction.
What's your go-to coffee at Dunkin'?
Lately I've been on a caramel cold brew.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
it's pretty good.
What about East Bay Deli? What's your go-to is it a sandwich or salad or?
Yeah. So actually I'm not a big eater. I'm very like bland with what I eat. So I get a ham and cheese, a grilled ham and cheese. Um, I really don't eat a lot. So that's what I get. It's very plain.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna have to hit up those two places. I've obviously been to Dunkin', but I feel like I'm more of a Starbucks coffee person, but I never really eat their donuts. But now you've kind of convinced me.
Oh, their donuts are so good. The strawberry sprinkled all the way.
Do you do donuts or do you do those like, what are they called? The munchies?
The munchkins?
Munchkins?
Yeah, I get the donut most of the time, but if I'm like going somewhere where there's a bunch of people, I'll get munchkins and just share them with everyone.
That's a solid pick. I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for the pointers on where to eat.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it was great to hear from you. Good luck on the court this season. Good luck in the classroom, and we will chat later.
Thank you.